Hello again. Welcome to the episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk about living in the present. And you know what? I get it. We are all sick of everybody telling us to live in the present. And, I tell it to myself daily. But this evening I was with some friends who were hosting some friends from across the country that they haven't seen in 20 years. And sort of to make a long story short, it was really interesting to hear a lot of the stories that they were recounting from 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, 25 years ago, probably. And to hear the stories in a context that is 25 years later is really interesting because there was so much, there was joy, but it was more of a nostalgic, happy, heartwarming kind of, there were just those kinds of stories and funny. And, yes, the past is the past and the present is the present, the future is the future, blah, blah, blah. And while it's important not to live in the past, it doesn't mean that we have to forget the past. It doesn't mean that we can't revisit the past. It doesn't mean that the past didn't exist. Because let's face it, we are all shaped by our past. We're shaped by the experiences that we've had. We're shaped by the people, that we have loved and who have loved us. And we are shaped by, our reactions to what happened in the past. And while the older you get, the more time you spend clearing out some of the past and clearing out some of those false beliefs and experiences, remembrances that you had of the past. There's just still so much joy to be revisited there. And it's okay to dip back every now and again and remember these great things that happened or experiences that you had or people that you met. It's like when loved ones pass on, they don't ever really leave us. We still have our memories with them. And it's still really important to be able to, go back and relive some of those memories. We just don't have to live there. So I'd like to think that when people say, live in the present, that's what they mean. They mean live in the present. They don't mean don't visit the past. Just don't bring your bullshit basically into the present with you. Leave that behind you. And don't live in the past so much that you forget about the beautiful things that are happening right now. So when I started off this message earlier this evening, I was talking about friends reuniting and new friendships being created. And, there's the recounting of the past was still being done in the present. And the laughter and the joy and the reminiscence and stuff around that was very much in the present. So I'd like to think that that's sort of the best of both worlds. And I'd like to think that that's something that we can, always be able to do at, at different points in time. And it's just great. Like even though I didn't know any of these people or don't know the community at all, I kind of feel like I had this little glimpse of it. And I'm most appreciative for that because it gives me a glimpse into the people who are telling the stories. It gives me a glimpse into, what was important to them then and some of the experiences that they had. And it just heightens my appreciation of who they are. And that is very much so in the present. And that's my musing for the night. Have a great one, everyone.